Hey folks, thanks very much for tuning in. I wanted to share some thoughts with you guys about the channel and the direction that it's going this year. I've kind of touched on a number of things. There was a lot of big plans, and what I've been doing ongoing over the period of the last 6 months is constantly checking into things and kind of revising and spending a lot of time doing a lot of reflection, if you want. So 2018 took a lot of my attention away from my YouTube channel, and that was because of trying to get, for me personally, because I started Lawn Care Legends, I kind of felt, well, I'd started it now, and I didn't want to have any of that time and effort wasted. So over the course of the year, a lot of my attention and focus was on trying to make sure that the momentum was there, make sure that the admin team, were happy. There was a few hiccups, there's a few bumps along the way, a few lessons learned. Social media can be a good place, a positive place, but it can also be a bitter and nasty place. And depending on individuals, people can, strong personalities and opinions and things like that. And I feel like a little bit of, over the course of that year, in 2018, there was a little bit of either rivalry or some haters were picked up along the way, which is, I suppose, is just the nature of the game being on social media. However, that was 2018 and where the focus was then. 2019, I've talked to you about wanting to get back into video making. So I was, at one point I was kind of dividing up whether I was going to be spending more time doing videos for an LCL project and then kind of getting some offcuts of that for this channel. But over the course of a period of the last couple of months, there's been something that's gnawing away at me, really kind of bothering me, my attention and my focus kind of getting pulled left or right, because I have an idea of something and I kind of, my attention gets dragged that way or this way. And so I talked about, now I know it was a long video, my like YouTube tips if you were going to start a YouTube channel. I had talked about how not losing focus of why you started something, and for everything that I do with social media, that I share with other business owners and viewers and people who follow along in any kind of fashion of my story, that was all down to the fact that I started this channel. And I miss making videos just for fun. I miss making videos for myself, for personal satisfaction, kind of a hobby. There's a little bit more confidence there now. I don't have degrees. I've not got a horticultural degree. I couldn't advise anybody on plants and kind of knowledge that way in an industry. But what I do have experience is being self-employed for a very long time, and the ups and downs and the difficulties that I faced. And so I kind of have a lot more comfort now and confidence that I want to share my story more as a business owner, for the purpose that if there's somebody who's watching and wants to know or wants to see maybe a different version or just my perspective of that kind of journey. I've been very grateful and honoured and privileged that many people have reached out and messaged me, who have started businesses as a result of watching my channel. I never expected that kind of thing to happen, and it's very, very humbling. Like I remember even getting one email from a guy out in the Bahamas. So there's a guy who's got a commercial cleaning business out in the Bahamas, as a result of watching my channel. And that's kind of strange to think of that kind of influence, even though I never set out to be an influencer as such. I never set out really actually to do much other than enjoy myself and teach myself a hobby of videography. So this year anyway, right, the focus is this channel. From April time, so I'm not going to really jump right into it and do a knee-jerk reaction, but from April you will see that this channel will have a weekly vlog. So I will be I have reassessed where my time is being divided on social media. I will be spending less time on social media than I did last year because I spent way too much time. It impacted in different ways that I wasn't happy with on reflection. And so I kind of want to get back to, right, I'm going to film a lot more. There's a few bits of camera tech that I want to get purely for myself. It's not going to be, other people won't get it, but if you're a YouTuber, you'll understand that the passion and love for videography grows, and so does cameras and equipment. And purely for me, because I don't have that element of being able to tell people about plants and the educational side, or the degree side of an education of a trade. With business, yes. With tools and equipment, yes. For what I do, I can share all that type of thing. And when it comes to videos, to kind of spice up my content to stand out different from others, there's things that I have a real interest and love of, and that's like the camera angles. So there's a number of things going through my mind about how I want certain videos to look, and the focus will be that there's one vlog every week will be uploaded on a Sunday at lunchtime. It's regardless of what YouTube analytics say about like when's the best time to upload or whatever. It's just purely on a Sunday afternoon. I can have that video sitting ready waiting by Friday evening, and it's sitting ready to go on a Sunday. And should anything ever happen on a Friday evening, I've got a Saturday to fall back on. So for Sunday afternoon there will be a weekly vlog that I will upload to the channel. Now, raw van talks won't be included necessarily in the vlogs. They will be separate videos, and because I don't want to just put content out for content's sake, the raw videos will be as and when a particular subject comes to mind. And if there is a raw van talk, it'll be uploaded at a specific time. It might be on a Saturday. So I'll kind of like look to upload videos over a weekend period if there's multiple ones. And then there's a third type of video that I'll be doing this year, and the raw van talks are very, very easy to do while I'm driving. You know, it'll be easy to just press record on the camera, talk about whatever the topic is, and the editing process for a simple video like that is very minimal. So I can turn over those very, very quick. That it won't take much time out of my day. Whereas the vlog video is something that I want to kind of invest a little bit of time into, and telling my story a little bit better this year as the course goes on. And then there's because I've dropped window cleaning as a service from my business, I have a big opening in my books to fill the void, because the focus will be to grow the gardening side of the business. Sorry, when I do that, hopefully it balances out the lighting on the camera. And so I'm not going to tell people, you know, how much I'm charging per job, because that just runs into different areas and different towns and different kind of mindsets for businesses. I don't think it's kind of quite, it's a good perspective to look at things. For me to tell you how, you know, like, look, this is what I charge for business, because I get somebody else who will come along and say, wow, I only charge half of that, and then I'll get somebody else who says, oh no, I charge double that, you know. And so my story isn't going to be a case of trying to compare to others, but to try and kind of give you an idea of what direction I am going. What I'm going to do is I'll be canvassing a lot more. There's an SEO campaign I'm doing with the website. The website's going to be rebranded later on in a couple of months. And a real focus on that. I'll probably might do some pay-per-click sponsors of the website, and I also plan on going out and knocking on some doors as well, so flyers and things like that. Now that's like, I haven't done that in years, because I never needed it, but because I've dropped the window cleaning, I'm kind of quite eager to grow and fill the gap on the client book list. So to do that, then there'll be another video where I'll record and tell you guys kind of like a little bit of a breakdown. So nothing big and fancy, but a very simple video to talk to you and say to you how many hours I spent out canvassing, how many houses I knocked on, how many quotes I gave, how many customers I gained, and the sum total value. So rather than kind of an individual value of what I'm charging per job, but I can give you an idea of what the return was like on an overall kind of campaign per month. So probably something on a monthly basis. I'll do a breakdown of how that went on. Now, the thing is with the website advertising, if that works a lot better, I might not stay to a campaign of knocking on doors throughout the season. So if that's the case, then I will quickly tell you guys, look, you know, I got 1, 2 or 3 months doing the knocking on doors campaign, and these are the results. But if I was getting better results from you know, investing a bit of money onto the website and the SEO, of trying to get customers, you know, call to action and sponsored listings and things like that, I'll equally tell you whether that was a better option to go, a better way to spend my time and my money, that I could do other things. So yeah, so I'll probably do the project that I had for LCL TV, I will probably do. I cut it back. There was 6 locations where I was going to go, but on reflection, I don't want to stretch myself too thin. I stretched myself too thin last year doing too many things, dividing my time, and so I'm kind of thinking, right, cut back on that a little bit. Don't be focused too much on spending too much time with social media, but more on the business. That was a big flaw last year. So it was not a hard lesson learned, but it was a lesson learned. There was a lot of lessons learned last year, and so there's a fair few things that I've kind of drawn a line on and saying this is where I'm going to go forward and what I'm going to do. So anyway, that's the plans for 2019. Weekly vlog, raw talks. There'll be 1 or 2 other videos that I'll throw in the mix. They will take longer to do because they're a bit more creative and they're just things that I want to do. Yeah, we'll have a bit of fun, a bit more focus, a bit more clarity. I'll try and work on my thumbnails a bit better, you know, and we'll see how it goes anyway with the channel. But you will see a regular stream of content from April 2019 on the channel. So thank you very much for all your support. It's been greatly appreciated. It has impacted me in a lot of ways that you guys will never know. And despite the fact of picking up a small little group of haters, couldn't be bothered. I just want to focus on doing something that I want to do for myself a little bit more this year. Later on the year, we've got the Lawn Care Legends Award at Saltex, and there's more developments on that, and it should be a far better and improved awards this year, and I'm very much looking forward to that. We'll see how a few other things, I might cancel out a few projects that I was going to do, and just spend a bit more time, a bit more focused on what I'm going to do this year. We'll see how it goes. I don't want to take on too much, but doing a weekly vlog, spending more time doing that, and the other things, easily done. And because I've got it in my mind, it's a goal, and I'm working toward it. Come April, there's a few things that will be happening around April time that will coincide with successfully putting together some good content that I look forward to sharing with you guys. So thanks very much for watching, as always. Really appreciate it. If you haven't watched this before, you know, hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and check out the story as a few things come together this year, and I'll see you in the next video.